More things you didn't know about Tears of the Kingdom coming at you. Blood Moon details you might have missed, more interesting tricks with the fuse mechanic, secrets about Gerudo Town, and a lot more. So if you learned at least one thing new here today, just let us know with a like. Alright, here we go. As you know, sun shrooms and spicy peppers create large updrafts when lit and can be pretty handy to get to high places. But there's a secret with this that you might be underutilizing. These can be stacked up to 2 times to get slightly more height. The best updraft you can make actually is creating a normal 4 campfire updraft, then fueling them with pine cones or oil, which makes the highest updraft so far. Remember that with oil and pine cones, pretty much any fire source can become a boosted updraft, including even tiny flowers and bushes. Zonai stakes are actually great tools to shoot into surfaces, making a foothold for you to place things. But this can also be used to lift up items to you from far away, or if you have the space for it, shot into the sky, then recall to get a massive aerial boost to higher ground. An interesting way to force blood moons is by spamming ×5 multi-shot arrows with certain elemental ores, such as opals at boulder piles or topaz at water surfaces. These are called panic blood moons, caused by the Switch trying to clear its memory as soon as possible. Did you notice that the blood moon cutscene changed depending on if you completed a specific fight? Zelda initially speaks in an ominous tone during blood moons, but after a specific point in the story, blood moons after that do not include her voice. If you paid attention after blood moons, some enemies actually don't respawn. Well, this is because constructs specifically are not Ganon's minions, so they are not included to respawn alongside other enemies. They're on a separate timer. Did you know that when you fuse a snowball to your weapon, the size of the snowball affects the damage? It's nothing crazy, with a tiny snowball doing 1 damage and a large snowball adds 3 damage to your weapon. The Ice Gleeok's Icicle attacks can also be fused, only after ultra handing it out of the ground first. Did you know that you can cut down trees with a bow and arrow? When you fuse a blue, black, or silver boss bokoblin horn, or even Hinox toenails, these can cut trees. Then it also refunds you the part and the arrow, only taking the bow durability. When bombs are fused to weapons, then thrown, they usually fly off in a random direction. But at the right angles, spears can actually bounce back right into your hands. If you look closely at the Zonaite bow, the 4 Ancient Sages masks are integrated on the bow. Lightning on top, fire, wind, then water on the bottom. In various locations around Hyrule, there are offering sites that require Link to offer fruit to the Lord of the Mountain. Well, if you know your botany, you know that tomatoes and peppers are actually a fruit as well. And in Gerudo Town, just like the previous game, Patricia the Sand Seal will give small hints when fed some delicious fruit, and specific secret coordinates if given splash fruit. On the opposite side of town, this cannon can be fired, although they won't be too happy about it. By now, most players at some point have been thrown in Gerudo jail, but this system is extremely detailed, and there are a ton of interactions in and out of jail. You can get tossed in jail by going shirtless or wearing the Yiga mask in town, or intruding on the kid's class. Funny thing is, you can easily escape with Ascend, then talk to the jail guard to confuse her on how you got out. And also use the secret side entrance to ascend back into jail, which also confuses her on how you got in, and get tossed out of jail. Olu also sent you to jail. Never mind. There's a fairly easy glitch that allows you to be shirtless or have the Yiga mask in town. By switching to the Yiga outfit, then watching a memory, then switching to another armor, then you'll have a free pass to wear the most Gerudo offensive getup possible. Yikes, what a heathen. In Breath of the Wild, one of the things I previously mentioned was this mysterious tiny spot of lava next to the Colosseum. While it seems fixed in the sequel, it actually just moved to a new location, here at the Faron region. Just like before, it will set you ablaze if you stand above it, and if you explore down below, you can't physically see it, but there's definitely lava down here. One of the stranger reoccurring bugs in both games for sure. Across from Lakeside Stable, Don Dons are special creatures that the NPC Sima takes care of. feed them luminous stones, and they will, give back various precious gems. This of course is the same creature that was removed from the intro sequence from the first announcement trailer. While several NPCs mention Dondons, the best detail is at the Dueling Peak stable, where 2 kids are seen drawing a Dondon footprint. If you talk to them after seeing the real deal, they'll draw one on the ground for you. How cute. Remember that while Tears of the Kingdom is still in its early days, check in on the news every once in a while. They'll give some basic tips, but also drop a handful of materials for you if you click on the link at the end of the article. Did you know that King Dorephan's scales are considered a wing? This makes them fly farther and faster when fused to arrows or weapons when thrown. You may have noticed this if you've been hunting Korok seeds, but at any boulder puzzle, the ones with tree stands you need to place a boulder on, all of these puzzles are undoing the work you did from the previous game, Breath of the Wild. Did you know that if you ever needed compendium pictures of the champion's weapons, you can snap a picture right off your sage's avatar? You just gotta, hold on a second. You just gotta, great, lovely picture, thank you so much. One thing you should appreciate about Tears of the Kingdom is how much NPCs were upgraded in relation to Link's hostile reactions. In Breath of the Wild, an aggressive action Link was doing would only trigger NPCs to react in a simple radius around the character, no matter which direction either were facing. In Tears, this system has become way more realistic, because they will only react if they physically see you within their actual line of sight, making reactions out of characters in the sequel a lot more believable. Most players by now know about Link's humming while cooking, but in case you don't know, a bunch of songs he sings include a reference to Zelda's lullaby, Ballad of the Goddess, the main Zelda theme, Saria's theme, Epona's theme, Hyrule Field theme, Ballad of the Windfish, the Champion's Ballad, Cass's theme, and his original Breath of the Wild humming. Now we're gonna show a bunch of things about one of the final stages specifically, so spoiler warning ahead. It's taught to you during the main quest that Mineru can equip rockets to jump higher, but that's not the only trick she has with her back. She can also equip fans to run faster, gliders to fly farther, hover stones to slowly moonwalk, and float down slowly with balloons. Did you know that Mineru's balloon can also light fires like this? Mineru can also wade through dangerous areas, such as lava, mud, sand, or ice water as long as it's shallow enough. You don't need to necessarily press A to mount Mineru, just jump on. You can farm fruits on tall trees with her, and also farm fairies that are up high much easier. Mineru can also block and parry attacks, including her own equipped time bombs. And just like every other sage, she can equip a special headpiece when you equip a specific mask. Nice hairdo. What's less known about Mineru's equipped items is that it actually can keep Link warm or cool in certain environments, such as ice fuses in hot deserts or flame fuses in snowy environments. But this also includes when he's not directly riding Mineru, which means this can help navigate certain areas without personally equipping specific equipment or meals to keep you warm or cool. Trying to wrangle Mineru towards you though constantly will be annoying, not gonna lie. And that's it. Tears of the Kingdom will continue to surprise us for years to come, so we'll be busy for quite a while. Let us know your favorite fact you learned this time. And of course, for all your Tears of the Kingdom content, stay right here on GameSpot.